Think you know the best gaming laptops? This video might have you thinking again. Hey folks, I'm Trisha Hirschberger for Slickdeals, and today I'll be comparing Alienware laptops to Dell G series laptops to determine which one. This video is sponsored by Dell, by the way. Dell makes a wide range of computing products and is definitely responsible for some of the greatest gaming laptops on the market. Dell owns Alienware, and Dell owns us now. Just kidding. Now, there are more options on Alienware's side of the aisle in terms of customization as far as display sizes, etc. But today, we're only going to be focusing on the newly launched Dell and Alienware laptops. 2 G series and an Alienware X16 and M16. Let's talk design and build quality. The G15 comes in 3 colors, while the G16 comes in 2. Dell is really proud of the color options for the G line, particularly pop purple and quantum white. And they'll definitely help your laptop stand out from the pack if you feel the need to make a statement with your computer. The M16 and X16 each come in 1 color scheme, either dark metallic moon for the M16 or lunar silver for the X16. You'll notice a slight two-tone effect on the Alienware design, featuring the main metallic version of the color as well as the more matte version of the color on the base, formerly known as Dark Side of the Moon and Lunar Light. Let's talk portability. As far as weight's concerned, all of these come in around 6 pounds. But if you want to shed the most weight with one of these options, the Alienware X16 is the lightest at 5.8 pounds. That's really the whole design concept of the X series from Alienware. Lots of power in a super portable package. When it comes to RGB accents, Alien FX lighting is pretty intense. You've got RGB backlit keys and a fully color customizable Alien logo on both the outer cover and the interior in certain configurations. And in certain models, you may even have a light up trackpad as well. The X16 is really the MVP with its lighting accents. The Stadium Loop lighting on the rear has nearly 17 million distinct colors customizable across 100 micro LED zones, so you know it's good. Oh, the results are in. Let's see what we got here. We think design goes to the Alienware. Despite not having fancy color options, the fully customizable RGB accents all over and the debossed graphics on the metal faceplates are svelte. Obviously, Alienware's unique designs are not for everyone, but they make strong choices that many buyers love. Next, we're going over hardware. If you're looking for per-key customizable keyboard backlighting and/or mechanical switches, Alienware takes the cake here. The M16 gives you options, at different price levels of course, of 1-zone Alien FX keyboard, per-key lighting, or Cherry MX ultra-low profile key switches with per-key lighting. The Alienware X16 offers the most premium option of the Cherry MX mechanical keyboard or the per-key Alien FX RGB keyboard. The 2 G series laptops in comparison will offer either a standard orange backlit keyboard or a 4-zone backlit keyboard on the G15, which has a number pad, or a 1-zone backlit RGB keyboard on the G16. Look at this G15 number pad. I mean, what are you gonna do with that? I don't know, for gamers who also have to do their taxes. It's a minority, I think, but people enjoy the extra functionality. It's also worth noting that the G series laptops come with a G key, which is essentially a macro to enable game-ready settings for improved performance via Dell's Game Shift. Kinda nice to have a keyboard shortcut, I guess. All of these laptops are offered with higher-end QHD 165Hz or better displays. After all, they are made for gaming. The G15 is the only laptop with a 15.6-inch 16:9 screen. However, that smaller screen can still get you up to 1440p gaming at 240 Hz. The G16, X16, and M16 all have slightly larger 16-inch QHD+, so 2560 by 1600 screens at 16:10. The X16 offers up to a QHD+ 240 Hz screen, and the M16 offers either a QHD+ 240 Hz or a Full HD Plus 480 Hz display. 480 Hz, for those of you who play highly competitive, very fast-paced games, you are going to love that 480 Hz display. The X16 6-speaker setup is another feature Dell is really proud of with the Alienware X line, and honestly, when you listen to it, it sounds amazing. Like I said, I know most people are going to prefer a stereo headset, but if you gotta use speakers, that's the way to do it. All right, let's talk ports. Honestly, all of these laptops have a pretty good smattering of connectivity options when it comes to ports. The X16 is the only laptop of the four without a built-in RJ45 Ethernet port, but it does have a full-size USB-A, a few, and a full-size HDMI 2.1, which is really impressive on something this thin and small. Thank you. Looks like the results are in, and Alienware's higher-end options on keyboards and monitors mean it wins this hardware section as well. Battery life. Not awesome. Any device that's made for gaming is going to operate better when plugged in and certainly last you longer. Depending what types of games you play, your actual battery life mileage will vary, but I wouldn't expect more than a few hours at most if you're lucky when running a game off a charger in performance mode. All right. The results are in yet again. Our independent tests show that the G15 comes out on top as the longest running laptop in our lineup, destroying the competition, which makes total sense for the spec configuration of this model, meaning that the G15 wins battery life. On the Alienware side, when it comes to internal hardware, the X14 and X16, as well as the M16 and M18, are the newest as of this recording, boasting Intel's 13th generation processors and NVIDIA's latest 4000 series graphics cards. The same goes for the G15 and G16. Now on the high end, a G15 maxes out with a 4060, while the best graphics card you can get in the G16 is a 4070. We really start to see the divide between G series and Alienware once we get into higher end computing components. A fully maxed out M16 or X16 can go as high as an i9 with a 4090 if you'd like, and 8 terabytes of storage. However, the M18 is the only device in Alienware's lineup that supports the highest end Core i9 with a 250 watt output. Looking at the differences in options between the X16 and M16, the M line is going to offer way more customization options and higher end options as well. And it looks like my man who brings the papers went on break, but I think clearly we can say that the results are in. Alienware takes the cake when it comes to specs. I mentioned at the top of the video that we might have you rethinking what's the best gaming laptop, and as you can probably tell by this point in the video, that entirely depends on your personal preferences. But just for funsies, we decided to run some benchmarks on all of these computers, and your expectations are probably going to be wrong. Consistently, the X16 was the top performer, followed by the G16. The M16, which you might assume to be the strongest laptop here, actually scored the lowest in most tests, but that's the beauty of component and spec configuration options. The M16 we have here is the entry-level model, while every other computer we have here is upgraded to some degree. If we spec'd these out with all the same components, the results would probably be much more neck and neck, with the M series having an edge over the G and X. Next, let's talk about price. To avoid me saying lots of numbers to you, you can check out our specific spec configuration pricing just here. We see Dell products all the time on Slickdeals. Definitely worth browsing the website, setting some deal alerts while you're signing up for a new account. All right, G series wins on price with a gaming laptop option starting at less than $900. Every laptop in this lineup offers something unique for an end user. The G15 is a great option for an entry-level PC gamer who wants an affordable gaming laptop. A 13th generation Intel processor in a gaming laptop for less than $900? Get out of here. And food for thought, the G15 we have here has a better graphics card and more storage than the M16 we have here, and costs the same amount at $1799. The G16 gives you a bit more power and a larger display, but with a slightly higher cost. Really, your middleman can't go wrong choice. It also gives you mid-level performance for $300 less than an M16 with the exact same specs. The X16's greatest assets are its sleek design, 6-speaker setup, and RGB lighting effects. It's meant for the PC gamer with fewer budget constraints. And the M16 is the MVP of our lineup here, with a reasonable entry price point, the most customization options by far. There are literally hundreds of potential configuration options for this one laptop, and when it comes to gaming, having more customization options is 100% where it's at. And because of this, Slickdeals recommends the M16 as our favorite of this lineup. And you definitely want to consider some of its more unique options, like the 480 Hz display. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks so much to Dell for sponsoring this video. My name's Trisha Hirschberger here for Slickdeals today, and I'll see you soon.